Hi everyone, it's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I am so happy that you are here with me today. Thank you so much for joining me and taking a few minutes out of your day to join me for some live crafting. I truly do appreciate it. I know everybody is busy and has a lot on the go, so I really wanted to just let you know how much I appreciate you taking the time to watch me either live or on the replay. Please, when you join me, say hello. Let me know where you're coming from. Let me know if you're brand new to watching me. I love to hear from you. I love to interact with you. And if you wouldn't mind doing me a huge favor and share my video. Sharing is caring, and it's how I reach more crafty friends. So I am just going to flip you around and we are going to get started. So just give me one moment while I adjust my camera and everything like that. So flip you so you're looking out the window there, and down we go and up, and close your eyes if I'm wiggling a little bit too much for you. It does take me a moment to readjust all of my clamps here on my Archon stand. All right, so, and let's just scoot you down just a bit. Hello, Tammy, how are you today? So I'm just going to take a moment and bring you up on my iPad and then share it to my Stampers group. Hold on just one moment. All right. Okay. And I have myself muted. I don't want to hear myself. So today, hello, Debbie. Thank you for joining me. Today's card, I am going to be not only creating with this super cute senior years. I love this this guy and gal and their funny sentiments. So besides this, we are going to be, I've already embossed. I'm using the subtle embossing folder, and I'm going to be using the polka dot pattern from the basic pattern decorative masks. I've used this label here from the Tasteful label dies. Move all this stuff out of my way. This is the stack of Stampin' Blends we're going to be using. We've got light and dark gold olive, light and dark blackberry bliss, light crumb cake, light and dark so saffron, ivory, light gray granite, and light petal pink. And today's card was created because of a request. It was actually Tammy who requested that I show how to use embossing paste. So here you go, Tammy. We are going to be using the shimmery white embossing paste. I love this stuff. I don't use it near often enough. It already has the sparkle in it. So let me just, this is a brand new, so can you see that beautiful sparkle in there? My other one was quite a while ago that I had used it, so it dried up, so I had to throw it out. So here is the super cute card that we're going to be creating today. This is colored with my Bumblebee ink pad. Because I don't have the ink refill, our ink refills, the little bottles, let me grab one of the other ones. These little bottles here that the ink refill comes in. The company that creates the bottles for Stampin' Up has been very busy creating containers for COVID. They've been doing some work for hospitals in that for the fight against COVID. So our bottles are on the back burner, as should be. So I wanted to show you today, I chose Bumblebee specifically because I wanted to show you that you don't necessarily need a re-inker or ink refill to color your embossing paste. You can use your stamp pad. So you can see my little girl here, she is so adorable. And then of course, so it feels like we've been friends forever, which is weird because we're both about 29, right? Isn't that just so cute? Yes, I have some friends like that. I have a friend who just had a birthday yesterday, my girlfriend, Marg T. We went out, we did a walk the other morning, and then we went out for breakfast to celebrate her birthday. So let's get started. So I have my piece of Whisper White is already cut here. But first, we are going to open up the ink pad, and the amount of the depth of your color depends on how much ink you actually add to it. So when you're using an ink refill, you would use like 1 drop or 2 depending. So this one here, my card that I created has quite a bit of ink that I put on my silicone craft sheet. I did a second one to show you that if you just use a tiny bit, you're going to get, this is the exact same color, but it is less ink and more of the embossing paste. So I wanted to show you that it is customizable. You can create as light or as dark colored embossing paste as you want. You are in total control. So all you have to do is, we're just going to see how much ink I've got on there. For the other one, I just took and dabbed the corner because I wanted a more vibrant dark look. So I'm going to close that up, and I'm going to get my palette knife here, and I'm going to open this up, and I've got a second knife here because I want to get it off the top of it. So this stuff here glues like cement. You want to make sure that you are cleaning your tools right away, or it will dry on there. So I am just mixing this up, and the fact that I have a second palette knife means I can add a bit more. So I can actually just go in here and grab a little bit more. Close that up nice and tight. Hello, Carol. Hello, Mary Lynn. And hello, Stephanie. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Friday. Okay, so we're just going to scrape that off. Now, generally, I would have a bucket or a dish with hot soapy water to get my tools in right away. But the fact that we have 3 cats living in this house at this point in time, we never know. As my video the other day, we never know when a cat is going to jump up on my desk. So I use baby wipes to just cover, because they're already moistened. So it's going to keep that embossing paste wet. You're watching from vacation. How lovely. So I'm just going to wipe this first, get that off, and then set that aside for the moment. Bring in, so if you don't have a, Carol, if you don't have a ink refill, you can totally use your stamp pad, or you could even use your Stampin' Right marker. So I'm just looking around to see where did I put all my stuff here. Okay. There's my stamp pad. What did I do? Oh, I put it over here. All right. So I'm just going to line this up, making sure I'm fairly straight. And because this one here I did all the way across, and it's kind of tricky to get your cardstock to stick to this because it is uneven. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this here so I can visualize that the line right before the 16, just past that 16 here, is where I need to stop. You don't need to have it all the way over. I don't need to cover the entire front. So you're just going to load up your palette knife and spread this on. Now, if you have a jar that you can seal this super duper tight, you can save this for a few days, I would think, to make it go as far as possible, or plan that you're going to do a bunch of projects with this inked up embossing paste. We also sell the just the plain embossing paste, the white, but you know me, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I love my sparkle. So why would I use the plain when I can add sparkle to it? Okay, so before I lift that up, I'm just going to take my cardstock here and make sure that, yes, I'm going to be all covered. So that's right. And I've mixed up way too much, but that's okay. I just wanted to make sure I had enough to really show you how to go about doing it. So I'm scraping off the excess, move all this stuff. So now I'm just going to take and carefully lift straight up, and I'm going to put this over here, and actually I'm going to sandwich it. I'm going to get another silicone or another baby wipe here to cover this up. So I'm just going to take my finger and that excess that's right there hanging off, I'm just going to smooth that out so that I don't have any jagged pieces sitting out. So I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to just wipe this. Then I'm going to open this up and lay this over top. And while I'm doing my video here with you guys, I should have enough time to, I'm going to put this off to the side. I should have enough time where that's not going to dry like cement on my tools. So we just have to now wait for that to dry. So now while it's drying, we're going to stamp with this fun gal. All right, so I'm using Memento because I'm coloring with my blends, making sure I am in camera view for you. Bringing my lights down a bit more there, making sure it's nice and bright. And then I'm going to stamp her. All right, she's good. Move her off to the side, and then I'm using my Blackberry Bliss for my sentiments. So I've got a strip here. Set her off there for a moment and bring in my, it feels like we've been friends forever. Making sure that it's nice and straight. Okay. No, you don't heat emboss this. You just set it aside and it will dry on its own, Tammy. And it does not take that awful long to dry. So then I'm just going to hope for the best here. Stamp this down. Oh, and look at that. I did stamp it nice and straight. That is awesome. All right, so now I'm just going to take and fold and burnish my card base here. This is Thick Whisper White. All of the measurements. Oh, I've got ink on my hand. Grr. Blackberry Bliss is like that. You get it on there and you don't realize, and oh my goodness. So that will be the back of my card. And we'll just flip this over. And we're going to stamp the inside. Close this up right away so I do not put my hand in it. All right, and then we're gonna stamp right there. Okay, get that out of the way so that I am not getting all inky. So you can see I've colored her in with, let's see here. She is colored, her skin tone is ivory. So we're going to color in her legs. It almost makes it look like she's got pantyhose. I don't know, do people wear pantyhose anymore? Am I showing my age? And Mary Lynn, I hope you brought some crafting stuff with you, or are you reading or exploring on your little vacation? Brad, Danielle, Maisie, and I are going up to the cottage next week for a couple weeks. So I will not be live. I will remind you next week we are gone from the 24th. And I've been told that I am not to do any live videos. It's family time, so I will have videos prepared ahead of time to, I'm actually this side here, on here I colored it all in, but on this one here I'm going to put hair here in the corner there. So I will have a couple videos scheduled for you guys because I will not be going live while we are away, as well as the fact that the internet is not great up at the cottage. So there. Okay, her skin is colored in. Let's just give the inside of her mouth a bit of light petal pink, so it's just slightly lighter. And now let's do her skirt first. So her skirt is dark and light old olives. So yeah, while your embossing paste is drying is when you can do your other things, like what I'm doing right now. Coloring or doing other whatever else you're going to be doing for your project. And I'm just going to go over this to pull that dark blend that line. Okay. And I believe I already have my August class to go figured out. Now we're using the dark Blackberry Bliss. So this is tricky because her arms are skinny and we want to be very careful because this color here will bleed. I find the reds definitely bleed more. Alright, just adding a little bit here and there where it might be a smidge darker because of shadowing. So now we're going to come in with the white and up around her necklace is kind of tricky as well. I'm just dotting it, just tiny, tiny little dots going around, staying kind of away from as much as possible from the necklace so that it does not bleed into it. Yes, so next month's class, as the holiday catalog will be live for you guys as of August 4th. So I thought, why not get a head start on those holiday cards, and I am going to be offering a holiday card class. I'm looking at Warm and Toasty. I'll show you that stamp set in a moment. Super cute. Super cute set. I'm just going to go over that one more time. There. All right. Oh, her shoes. I forgot about the shoes, so let's go. Again, a small area, so you have to be very careful, light-handed, not heavy-handed, to color that in. All right, and then we're going to do some the ground here. And I'm just flicking. And then let's do her hair. So we are going to come in with the dark first. And I'm just going to add a bit of dark here and there so that her hair is not all the same tone. over it with the light So Saffron. Being careful not to get any on her face. Going over it just a smidge more to blend that darker tone out. All right. Now she needs, this crumb, she needs some, her glasses are going to be like her frame is light gray granite, so it's like a silver. So that again, because it's such a tiny area, very, very light-handed. And they're hoops, so just like that. And then what I wanted to do is make them sparkle there. And then her necklace is also silver, so we are just going to actually, let's use the nub. Nub end, and I'm just dotting. Okay, and then of course it's got to sparkle as well. So I'm just going around with my Wink of Stella and dabbing it as well, just to give it a little bit, can you see that? A little bit of sparkle there. And then we're gonna go, let's move all this out of the way. We're gonna go around her. You can leave her like this, or you can see where I've gone around with the light gray granite and just outlined her so that she's kind of popping off the page a bit more depth to her. So making sure, yes, that I didn't grab the wrong color. And I'm just going to go all the way around. And again, you do not have to do this step if you don't like that look. If it's not for you. I just find it looks a little flat sometimes on the page if you don't. So I just like to go around. And then I'll come in with my color lifter and lighten that line up so it's not quite so dark. And I always like to move it so that I'm working right in front of that area. Isn't she so cute though? All right. Now, some people would leave that just like that. I find that too dark for my taste, so I'm just going to take the color lifter and go around, being careful where that Blackberry Bliss is, because it will leach into there and bleed that out, and we don't want that. I just want to soften that outer line slightly so that it's not quite as prominent. So restaurants today, people can go inside. I'm not ready for that. Heck, I haven't even gotten my hair done yet. My last haircut and highlights was beginning of November, November 5th or 6th last year. So I'm doing pretty darn good. I trim my own bangs. But other than that, I am in need of a haircut. For sure. And a few highlights to blend out the gray that seems to be getting thicker. I have a strip in my bang. I call it my Cruella de Vil streak. So when I'm done holidays, I'll look into getting that done. And there she is, colored. Isn't she so cute? I know I just said that, but oh, she is so cute. Okay, so now we are going to bring in, I have multiple silicone craft sheets because you can never have enough of these things, in my opinion. So I'm going to take my Old Olive that I have already embossed. As you can see, it's been embossed with the subtle embossing folder. Always my number one go-to. Oh, I did not trim this down. Oh, goodness. All right. So, let's take a tissue when you're live, anything can happen. So I'm going to take a tissue and dab off some of that. Then I have my embossing buddy. This is going to take the stick away because I need to trim this down and I don't want to get sticky glue all over my trimmer. So I'm going to bring my trimmer in, and my measurement on this is 5 inches. So this is 5 inches. Why does it look? Because it's been stretched. So let's just take you down a hair. All right, there, I think that's better. Just took a hair off of it. And now, I don't want that white all over my Blackberry Bliss. All right. See, no big catastrophe. Just roll with it. There's always a little fix. Okay, so Try that again. Okay. Now, let's bring you in. This is now dry. Ivy, oh, Ivy's watching with you. Hello, Ivy, how are you? Are you helping Nanny today? So this is now dry. You can see that it's not coming off. I'm glad you like my pink nails. So we are going to glue this to our Blackberry Bliss. This is a color that I do not use very often, but it looks fabulous with the Bumblebee and the Old Olive. Okay, making sure that I'm covered. All right, so lifting that up to make sure, giving it a good press because I am going over that embossing paste just slightly. Okay, so now let's put you on the base. All right. And let's bring you up. The beauty of working with liquid glue is you can bring it up a smidge if you're not quite down straight. So I'm going to, because you can see if I'm to glue this down flat with this layer here, you can see there that it is lifted up a bit because of the layers. So we want to add a couple of dimensionals to the one side. So we know we want one there, and one there. Take our backings off, and then we're just going to put a little bit of glue here to have her so that she is part glued on and part sticking up. We just want to make sure that we are straight. Give it a press. Now I am going to bring in my little trimmer to cut my sentiment strip down just a little bit more. You can use whatever trimmer you've got. I find that this one here, because it's smaller, I can easily cut that down to the size that I want because it is a guillotine. Alright, so let's trim just a hair more off here. I'm using the grid line here to line that up. I took my guard off of mine because I did not, I find it's easier for me to get to these teeny little pieces by using my fingers and having it out of the way. I found the guard made it just a smidge more difficult. All right, so the same thing goes here. So only this time we're going to use the little mini baby dimensionals. 1 and 2. Again, using my take your pick tool to pull those packings off. Little bit of glue here because we are putting it to overlap slightly. Just like that. And before I press, lift it up to make sure I am straight, which I am. Okay, so now, as always, I like to add a little bit of glue wherever I'm going to be putting those embellishments, and these are the in color, the 2020, 2022 in color enamel dots. So I'm going to carry that bumblebee color over here just to add that little bit more detail so that I've got my dots and my dots so it blends perfectly. And there you have today's embossing paste card that we did some embossing paste, we did some coloring, trimming down of our sentiment. I hope you like that. Hi Di, how are you? So the warm and toasty that is going to be August class. This, I got to hold it so that it's not glary on you. This adorable set. I've seen quite a few demonstrators using this cute reindeer right here. This polar bear is what spoke to me right off the get-go. And I've already been playing this morning, I should say, with it. So yes, so that's going to be the August class to go. It's going to be $40. It includes it's going to include your stamp set and 6 cards, 2 each of the 3 designs that you're going to create yourself with the help of a PDF and video tutorial. So I will have more information coming. I just wanted to give you a heads up. It's hot in Arizona. Is it, Di? Yeah, it's hot here in southwestern Ontario. I went for a walk at 8 o'clock this morning. I was a little later because my walking partner, my sister Ann, is not here. So I was dragging my butt this morning and didn't get out for my walk until a little later. And oh my gosh, it was so hot and humid at 8 a.m. The July class should be ready to go Monday. I'm hoping that it's going to arrive, everything will arrive, the products today, and then I have to shoot the videos and get them uploaded to YouTube for you. So, because it was the 10th that it was the sign-up deadline. So I've got, everything is cut. I'm just waiting for products and I have to shoot the videos. So I will let you know as soon as they are ready. I'm hoping Monday at the latest. So I will let you know, Tammy. Okay, that is all for me today. I hope you like my cute card. I think I like her better with creating that little bit of a cheek on the side. I think I like the right better than the left, my original. So, but yes, and I think I've got, this one here is a bit darker than this one here for the colored embossing paste, but easy peasy to use embossing paste. I hope you try it. If you've already got it, you don't have to use masks with it either. You can create your own mask by using the window sheets and your die, any die that you have that would be a patterned intricate die. You could use that, die cut it out, and then on the window sheet and create your own mask. That would be really fun. I've done that before. So you are very welcome, Tammy. I am always happy to help. So if there's anything else you guys want me to show you, just ask and I can see what I can do about getting that done for you. Yes. So have a fabulous Friday. Have a great weekend, everybody. I hope you have fun. Stay safe. And I will see you on Monday morning. No, what is Monday? Yes, Monday. The girls get groomed on Tuesday. So I will see you Monday morning at 10 a.m. Have a fabulous weekend. Thank you for stopping by. And I will see you Monday. Bye for now.